Hi, I'm Greg Jeffers for the American Quaker Friends Church. Building a genuine community of cooperative and interdependent families from broadcloth is challenging. Please notice I specifically said families because you are starting from scratch. I think it is important to take a lesson from our ancestors who settled and brought civilization to America. After all, they started from scratch too. Yes, young people are the future. They're definitely the future of the community, but they will not be the present. People my age can be helpful if they are willing to commit time and money. But to gain any traction, you need child-producing couples in the prime of life. And the founders of the meeting must all be so productive that they have excess resources. If you try to start a meeting with people who are in need, the meeting will collapse immediately because people in need are desperate, and desperate people do desperate things. And none of those things will help your community get off the ground. This is why all of the virtue signaling talking heads on YouTube never get anything done. They play to the desperate, the angry, and the politicized. And these are the very people your national community must avoid during the early years. I speak from experience here. So let's talk about the purpose of your meeting and community. Human beings need fellowship, encouragement, support in grief, and someone to celebrate with when a baby is born. And people, especially new mothers, need someone to provide real and meaningful support to them after that baby comes. That's community. People need traditions. Now, this was not something my ancestors were particularly good at, and we've begun to address that. Holidays and celebrations are important. Enjoy them together. Fellowship is a wonderful thing. Your meeting should first address the two things our society is busy destroying: people's physical health and their financial well-being. It's no secret that most of us are overweight and not very well off. Now, while our belief system stays clear of the hocus pocus, we tend to focus on the practical. Doing business with one another, rejecting all forms of self-destruction, cooking at home, rejecting material competition with your fellow meeting members. If you want to see this taken to its extreme, go spend some time in an Amish community and look how successful their communities are. You don't have to move to the country, grow all your own food, and cook on a wood stove. I have visited more than a few Orthodox Jewish communities, and they were all urban or suburban, and they succeed wildly at this community thing. So you can do it right where you are. And if you want to move, well, move. There are countless small towns around America that have all of the infrastructure you could possibly need. They just don't have enough productive young people. But get online and look at places like Gallatin, Tennessee, or Cave City, Kentucky. These were ravaged wastelands that are now enjoying a beautiful renaissance because groups of families moved in and reclaimed them. The housing was cheap, the commercial space was even cheaper. All they needed were some people with some gumption. But if you are going to move, don't pull a lone wolf. There are many communities in flyover land that would welcome you and help you get started. And leave national and international politics out. Cooperative and interdependent families working together, focused on their physical, emotional, and financial well-being, will cause their members to grow healthy, wealthy, and wise. Such people don't need virtue signaling because they are contributing members of a real community. That's it for me. I'm Greg Jeffers for the American Quaker Friends Church. Thank you.